The International Hydrogen Ramp-Up Program H2Up supports business-driven, innovative green hydrogen projects of any size in emerging markets, with the aim to basically move these projects further and thus contribute to international hydrogen market development.
A business lab takes us from the point of ideation all the way through to viable opportunity business case development. In the case of the participants, we start at identifying key opportunities that are exciting, that takes into account a little bit of blue sky thinking to be able to approach this. The participants look at these specific opportunities identified. They then take it to the point of determining, is this viable or not? Understanding what the market needs to be able to take it forward. And finally, what would it take to finance this to become something incredibly viable?
The main support instrument of H2Up is co-financing of project development via instrument of public-private partnership.
My key takeaway was the fact that the supply chain and the size of the supply chain, and the fact that there's collaboration all the way through that supply chain. The size of the prize with Power2X projects is huge, and that the only way we can unlock this is to collaborate together. So me coming from a pure renewables background, looking and understanding how Tussen and how Sud and as well as Linda and the other guys are actually playing in the supply chain has been very beneficial for me.
The key lesson learned from the lab was it was very important for me to step out of the daily routine. We actually have a full focus on our ideas and on the project, and exchange the ideas with guys from the sector, all different kinds of areas in the sector. We had the finance guys involved here, we had other technical partners, and it was really, really good to exchange ideas between different projects and different focus in the sector, and get a broader perspective, of what's happening in the sector.
So basically, coming from a project development point of view, most of the time we just look at developing the project. You never think about how to sell it, because that's someone else's problem at the end of the day. But now I think I've gotten a mindset of how do I package the project as a whole to make it sellable to someone else. So now going forward, I need to look at it in terms of what value am I going to be adding for whoever will be taking it. So in my case, the private off-taker. So that's my key takeaway from the whole process and the whole program.
This opportunity to network and then to get other colleagues, especially the guys from the other industries, involved in the discussions and really challenge my way of thinking, especially with regards to the opportunities that I see that may be so fragmented but are clear in my mind. This is an opportunity for them to really challenge my way of thinking, but really to provide credibility towards the opportunities that I've seen and that may have just formulated from discussions previously, but seems something like that may possibly be taken forward as a real credible opportunity.
Working together is much stronger than working as an individual, especially if you have different individuals who come from all sorts of sectors coming together and sharing their ideas and thoughts. Together you can arrive at one strong business case and develop something that will lead us to a prosperous future. Especially in the green energy sector, it's a sector that still needs to develop in South Africa, and having these initiatives is beneficial because we get to learn from one another and share each other's experiences, gather knowledge and information as well, and especially how to find different sources of funding, different sources of revenue generation and project development as well is very essential, and implementing them in Africa and South Africa would be a plus forward.
So I was a little bit skeptical, because we're bringing in quite a number of people with different backgrounds that don't know each other necessarily, all active on different parts of the green hydrogen space. I'm very excited. Essentially what has happened is that we've taken a group of strangers, put them in a room together for 2 days, and then come up with 3 brand new ideas that they're excited to take to market. That speaks volumes on the success of the workshop.